Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. This is finals day for Fight for Honor, honoring Folds for Honor and our fallen veterans. And what an amazing contribution Folds of Honor puts out there. And amazingly, speaking of amazingly, Mover has joined us again. He has cleared his schedule. He has moved mountains and come back in here. He is. But I think it's more to harass me.
Well, it's actually because Gonky couldn't do it because his wife wouldn't let him. So everybody press F to pay respects to Gonky.
He should have just done it and, said, babe, I got to do this, and then just dealt with the aftermath.
I said, Gonky, you're going to be an airline pilot. Go ahead and get that first divorce out of the way now. So you got stuff to talk to the other captains about. Yeah.
I don't think she would have appreciated that very much.
No,
I probably wouldn't have appreciated you.
Yeah, no. She's not on Team Mover now.
No. Well, you weren't doing very well with yesterday with picking for Team Mover.
No, and I'm just here as I will be your Tony Romo. I'm going to try to predict stuff today as much as I can.
Oh, you guys hear that? We're going predictions.
We're going from John Madden to Tony Romo.
Oh man. I have a feeling there may be more F's in chat for Mover's predictions. We're going to have to see.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. I appreciate everybody supporting this cause and supporting Folds of Honor. If you want to donate, foldsofhonor.org. They're always looking for contributions that they give veterans and fallen veterans and their families scholarships for educational purposes, as well as the actual injured veterans. So it's not just fallen veterans, but it's a great cause that we both support.
Yeah. And guys, I want to put this out there. I should have done this earlier yesterday. That if you want to donate to the stream, I would much more appreciate it, especially doing the cause during this stream, that you donate directly to Folds of Honor. I've put the link into chat. So if you guys feel the urge to throw some money for the awesome, virtual combat that we're about to see, send that money towards Folds of Honor. It's an awesome cause, and they've been a pleasure to work with. So going through that, massive kudos to Eagle Dynamics and Thrustmaster for also helping with this, and Mover. Man, you've been the primary organizer really to get this whole thing shaping and moving forward. So massive shout out to you as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And to answer G.I. Joe, no, we're not streaming on my channel because I would like people to come here for today. I will have this uploaded tomorrow as part of Mondays with Mover with the finals and who wins. But for now, I just like everybody to hang out here and enjoy it with what Moltar's got.
But really what it is, guys, is Mover doesn't know how to push buttons. So we don't want to go down the same route as not knowing where the live button is. I
don't want to have half the thing not show up tonight, tomorrow.
But saying that, let's jump into the server. First match is going to be Taz Bonsai coming against Sung Ho. I don't remember what these guys are flying, but let's jump in and see what these guys have going on.
Bonsai.
What was your favorite aircraft yesterday, Mover? What were you?
And I missed that Tomcat for the quick kill. Like, I watched it yesterday later, and I'm like, God, I missed this whole thing. Because there was a part, I guess the connection lagged or something. I missed the Tomcat doing one-turn gun. And that's my new favorite.
He did it twice.
Of the whole thing. That's my favorite.
Yeah. You like it quick. Just bam, boom, done.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah.
You get yours.
Yeah.
It's a race.
All right. Well, the pilots say they're ready, so I'm going to give the fights on cue, and we are going to be jumping in and watching Fights for Honor Finals Day unfold, getting started with Bonsai and Sung Ho. We're going to ride along. Oh, this is F14 on F14, brother. This is big boys
good luck,
getting the juice, mano y mano.
Yeah, he's slowing down. 300 knots.
He
trying
is.
To get the
and descending a bit, but we've got
single circle.
We're going to ride along with Bonsai. We're going to ride along with Bonsai first, then we'll switch it coming into Sung Ho. But man, Mover, you said it. He's staying slow. I guess he's trying to keep in that sustained turn. He knows what he's trying to do. Gets that early turn. Went down.
Okay.
What?
Different.
Maybe he's just trying to catch him off guard.
Yeah, well, now his speed built up. I mean, he went downhill, so we'll see if it pays off for him. Doesn't initially look like it, but
no. Sung Ho looks like he's got the advantage.
He's going to come up over the top here, and this is not going to be good.
No, because Sung Ho, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's coming downhill trying to gun. You can overshoot like a big dog.
Yeah. But when you're coming over the top, right, you've got God's G, so you have that extra G on top of the G you're pulling.
You've got an easy overshoot, but he's being patient. I like this. He is lagging. He's being patient. He's coming over the top, and there you go. That's it.
He got a hit on target.
That's going to be...
Uh-oh. Did he go idle, or is he dead? Nope, he just went idle. So the DCS model for the F-14 can take some punishment, so just because it got hit doesn't mean that he's down and out.
Yeah,
this thing's like a tank in the sim.
He's actually doing a good job of reversing and jinking. So, I mean, I'm surprised that Sung Ho did a good job staying back there. Yeah, I didn't expect that reversal, but he's getting greedy.
Oh, that ground's coming up. He went in the ground.
Oh, he jumped out, though. He jumped out before he hit. It looked like only the Rio got out, which is inverse Top Gun.
Well, the Rio was a little bit, I'm going to say, selfish. Probably pulled the ejection seat early and just said, see you, pilot.
Yeah, is this the one? Yeah, because he's just self-loading baggage. Is this the one that the humans actually in the back? Was one of these guys yesterday had a human?
No, that was Stooge.
Oh.
But
very nice.
We've established right now, ground got its first kill.
Yeah, but I still give that to Sung Ho. He was driving that fight the whole time.
He was.
And he was very patient.
You're absolutely right.
Even, the other thing, too, is when the ground kills you, you have to be careful not to follow the guy into the ground.
That is true.
If you mutual kill...
Ground gets 2 victories and gets a big fat lunch.
It does. Okay, so we're inverted now.
We're riding with Sung Ho. Now, in the last fight, do you credit Sung Ho's initial position to Bonsai going down? That was kind of an unusual maneuver, going down instead of up or around.
He gave him a lot of angles, and I don't know what he didn't really commit to any position, so it was kind of... But this low to high usually is... He's in a good place, but he did it again. He did it again. He's given him this massive lead turn.
And Sung Ho's doing well to not overshoot it. He's being patient, I think. He overshot it there a little bit.
Sung Ho, but he's going to come back around. Sung Ho's got a very good aircraft control in this situation. He's doing a very good job of managing his airspeed and his energy. When you're downhill and lower, you can easily over-G the jet. That's a very high probability, but look, he's already... Oh, yeah, I thought he had a gunshot there. I thought he did. He had a nice...
He did pull the trigger there a little bit, but...
Did he?
I just don't think he got the rounds on target. Yeah, he got a couple rounds off. He may have gotten some hits. There's a couple more rounds.
Yeah, but here's the over the top. Here's the over the top first, and he's managing his rounds. He's not going for the... But, I like that Bonsai's actually... jinking.
Oh, there's some good hits. There's a couple good hits. And then, man, I did not... I'm going to be honest. I thought Bonsai had that. I mean, coming into this matchup, I was giving Bonsai the advantage. But I really think a lot of that came down to whatever that down maneuver was off the start.
Move. Yeah, I don't know who told him to do that, but no.
It did not work.
But Ace was really good yesterday, too, though. Ace really, I mean, Ace/Sung Ho. Yesterday we were calling, I think his full name's Ace, but that was a good match. Now, that's a good fight.
What do you think, what was I going to say there? Why do you not want to go down like we saw Bonsai do?
It's not that you don't want to go down. It's that he's doing this too early. His move is not really in relation to Ace. It's like he had it in his head, I'm going to go down. So, he hasn't really merged yet, and he's turning early, which is basically giving Ace a lead turn. All right.
Here we go.
I read from the teleprompter.
You do.
Yep.
Even if fight's on or fight's on, and M2000 versus F14. So
I like that.
D-Mike against F14.
Get the fight going, son.
That's what we do at my house. That's them fighting words. That's what I tell my son every day when we wake up. What are you gonna do today? Fight!
Son? All right, so
sound like Mortal Kombat.
Dimicelli, and Stooge. Stooge is your
you got
F1
the same thing going
right?
on here. He is, but Stooge is doing the same thing that Bonsai did, except instead of going down, he's going up. But he slowed down, dove slightly, and then on the initial merge, and now he's coming up.
He's pushing 450. He is getting a ton of vertical separation here. What do we know about Dimicelli? What do we remember about him?
I honestly don't remember.
Guys? Is he the guy that they killed each other?
Who did he fight yesterday?
That wasn't the one, like the first one
he was
we
the
did?
first match. He was. He flew against Arco.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was the face shots.
Well, this
hit him
didn't
in the
work
dome.
out very well for Stooge here. My boy
No,
lost
it
sight.
didn't. He
lost sight. Yeah.
He did. So Dimicelli against Arco was the one in round one where they ran into each other and killed each other.
They're gonna. Well, here's the thing, though. He's gonna run Dimicelli out of bullets. He keeps shooting these rangy ass shots.
Yeah.
He has no. He doesn't care about gun mech. He'll shoot you in the face. He'll shoot you when he sees you, but he really doesn't care about the BFM part. He just wants to shoot the gun, which more power to him. But pro tip: at 3 miles, it's not doing a lot.
No. And with the limited ammo that the Mirage has,
I think he might be pushing. He had a couple good bursts in there. He might be pushing. Winchester here.
At some point, if he keeps the gun going, he's going to have to turn his aircraft into the weapon.
Well, he did that the first match, didn't he?
He did. Him and Arco ran into each other and killed each other.
He's got experience. Now, are the Tomcat's wings an auto? This is the first one I've seen where we've gotten fast.
Yeah, they're probably an auto.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Now
he's sitting at about 300 knots. But he got back into an offensive position.
Yeah, no, that was a very good nose low and in lead, lift vector control over the top. If he can just be patient here, I think he's gonna do it. But it looks like he's now is he in and out of burner? Is he worried about fuel again?
He's in. I can hear that he's in and out of burner. I don't know. He's still in.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to see when the aircraft starts to point towards us. Can't see the cans.
If he'd have just committed, he started to commit and over-rotate, and he tried to get he lost so many angles when he did that.
Zobsy, we're going to watch the Mirage next round. I'm switching back and forth. It's kind of hard to keep track of this. I don't want to be jumping back and forth between aircraft because I don't want to be missing things, so I'm just kind of letting the camera do its thing.
There you go.
Who's in the driver's seat at this point between these two?
Ooh,
Still the Mirage with Dimicelli at this point?
Not
anymore.
The closer they get to the ground and with this single circle, if Stooge uses the thrust to weight to his advantage, he's gonna, as long as he's patient, he's gonna own this fight because he's gonna be able to power out. When the Mirage starts to get slow, it's going to be really hard for him to recover because he just doesn't have that power that the Tomcat, especially in this game, has.
Right.
Sorry, simulation. I didn't mean to call it a game. Please don't.
No, we can call it a game. It's a study game, Mover.
He's
got
offensive now. He's offensive. My boy Stooge. Wait. Don't pursue him.
No, he got him. He at least hit him.
Yeah, but he could have had a
greedy.
guns track. Yeah, he could have had a guns track if he just rolled out, looked for line of sight to develop, and entered the turn circle and done a normal, 3 to 6K set.
There's another hit on target, and that was a better hit.
Yeah, that's the end of it. His wing's gone. Yeah. And as we said yesterday, the Mirage will not fly without a wing.
No, unfortunately not.
No, it's good on Stooge.
We're giving another meal to the ground, but well flown by Stooge to get out of that position.
Yeah.
He was in a...
That was a good fight.
Yeah, I was worried for him at the start.
Yeah, that initial vertical move, a whole lot of turning room that it just, I don't know if he lost sight maybe for a little while or what. Let's see what the kids at home are saying. Let's see.
Longhammer called the
Flaps
Mirage
broke.
a half Dorito.
Flap broke. What are the flaps broke on what?
Maybe the flaps broke after the first hit from Stooge.
I don't know. Perhaps. Oh, the F-14 jammed his flaps.
Really?
Well, yeah, flaps were broken
see that.
from the overspeed. See, that's what I was talking about. When he was downhill like that, 400 knots, I mean...
Interesting.
It's definitely different. All right, we're back.
We are back. We're riding along with DiMichelli this time in his Mirage. Will he be able to stay in the driver's seat this time? Or, furthermore, will he be able to get in the driver's seat early like he did in round 1?
We will find out.
I think that's a better initial turn from Stooge.
Yeah,
Last time he went down a lot further.
Yeah, and you could just see how overpowered that Tomcat is doing right now. He has got so much room on him.
Yeah.
And the Mirage is slow. He's slow over the top. He's 150 knots.
No, he's under 100 knots now.
100 knots now. Yeah, he just doesn't have it. This is the double implement problem. You know, the Tomcat can do it. Mirage is just hanging on the blades here.
Yep. So at this point, if you're the Mirage pilot, if you're a DiMichelli, you just kind of want to do the barber's pole and just slowly go up as you gain airspeed.
You want a barber pole and try not to give away too many angles and just try not to go, you know, if you see his nose come around, over rotate, use some of that vertical to try to, he's doing a good job of neutralizing right here. Stooge really gave up a huge advantage he had with vertical turning room, and I don't know why he got himself slow.
DiMichelli started to descend. I don't know if he got a little bit too light on the airspeed.
But he's doing a good job. See his tail, his lift vector's out front. He's collapsing down this range and forcing it neutral because he's at a disadvantage right now. Right. You know, he's clearly at a disadvantage. This is really good lift vector control.
Now, if you're Stooge, you want to keep that altitude and stay above the Mirage.
Yeah,
until you can find a point to drop in and really dictate the fight.
Yeah, don't let him get out of control of the horizon, but definitely, you know, either cash in some of that altitude to get some angles back, or just bid the lag and just be a little bit more patient.
Looks like Stooge is taking it back into the vertical.
Yep, and the reversal there, I mean, you really had no choice for DiMichelli. DiMichelli's doing a good job with lift vector control.
He is,
for the most part.
And I think he's slowly pushing this fight. Well, no, I said that, and then Stooge got rounds on target, and I think that's it for the Mirage. Just the Mirage's engines thought they were dead.
No, he's got 70%.
Yeah. Well, he might have all of it. I can't tell.
80, 85.
No, I think he's dead. I think he just lost hydraulics.
Yeah. It's just a flesh wound.
Maybe just a little bit. Down to 100 knots. Yeah, he's dead. That was well fought by both teams.
Yeah, it was a match. Oh, he's got him.
No. I thought Stooge was going into the ground there. I thought that was an overcommitment. And let's jump into the sim and see how this gets on. This is match 3 of the day, Dylan versus Grumpy Finn, and I actually need to change these names real quick. Grumpy Finn.
Who is Mitchell Gant? Oh, dude, that's before my time. I never saw that. I never saw Firefox. Isn't that bad?
So fight's on. We're going to ride along with Dylan. We're going to ride along with Team Mover this time here. All baguette fights, so they're going to be shooting bread at each other.
Angry Doritos.
I like that. Angry Doritos. Now, you said yesterday that nacho cheese is your Dorito of choice. So you're going Dylan is nacho cheese. And I'm going Grumpy Finn is my Cool Ranch.
I want to see Dylan do something just off the wall.
Can you be more specific?
Well, it wouldn't be off the wall if I were more specific.
Okay. You need to be surprised.
But currently, so far, this is about like every other Mirage fight we've seen, except Dylan's not. He lost the initial advantage.
He did. Grumpy Finn right now is in a bit of the driver's seat, or at least a little bit ahead.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And
he's got the altitude, and Dylan's not lacking in airspeed. Dylan's pretty fast.
He's doing a good job of energy management, but
yeah.
We'll see what they do if they try to do the standard Mirage, shoot each other in the face move right here.
But he's bleeding that energy. He's under 200 knots. He's actually almost
he's
stalling.
Coming over the top. That's not too bad. That's not a bad position to be, especially if he gets.
But he did. He may have reversed it.
This is a
but
good.
The question's
going
to be: is he going to have the energy to maintain this coming through here? Or is he going to be way too slow?
I think the shots there were a little. Maybe just to scare him, get him out of the. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
that was a good move by
going.
Dylan.
Oh, don't do the aileron roll.
Yeah.
He'd have just kept going.
And then reversed it a bit later.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
He needs to. Oh no! See the spiral here. Patience, my friend. Patience.
Nope.
Watch the deck. This is about. See these. Split S's are going to get him in trouble here in a second. But nice forward awareness for both of them so far. See, we're seeing a lot.
Grumpy's just trying to get it down to the deck to get out of this verticality and take it more into a 2-circle.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is very timely janks out of Grumpy. So it's
he's doing a good job defending.
You know, and with the why I don't.
Dylan's running out of energy.
He's getting impatient.
It doesn't matter. His impatience paid off a little bit, but he could have gotten himself in trouble there.
Yeah. Yeah, he was hanging on the blades there. Way too impatient, but it worked.
So Dylan takes that one. And what we think was if he was a little bit more patient, I think it could have ended quicker. When you said that he turned in too early, I agree. If he would have just waited a bit longer, that could have been over.
Well,
several
the aileron
steps
roll he did,
advance.
it was just an indecisive move, and that aileron roll ended up costing him some angles. When if he'd have just kept a loaded, and reversed his turn, he'd have been a lot better off than doing that aileron roll and then ended up doing it anyway.
Right. So you still on the Team Dylan, huh?
I'm going to be on Team Grumpy now, just so we can see a third match.
Oh, you're coming to Cool Ranch, Dorito?
I need some drama in my life. Yeah, we can't have just because Dylan, he's confident, and if he can't, I can't have him coming into the next match being that confident.
Right. All right, so the teams say they're ready. Let's give him the Fight Sun, because that's our new word of the day, Fight Sun. And see if Grumpy Finn's going to be able to equalize this one at 1 apiece. We're going to ride along with Grumpy Finn this time. Again, this is Mirage on Mirage, French on French, bread on bread, non-buttered action. Who's going to come out on top? Mover thinks Grumpy's going to come out on top, and I'm going with Grumpy again. We're full-on Cool Ranch Dorito.
Yeah, or the Cool Ranch.
You really are a nacho cheese guy over all of the other types of Doritos that are out there?
Why do I only have to have one? Why am I pigeonholed?
Well, you established yesterday that it was nacho cheese.
Well, he asked either or, and I gave my preference.
Oh, I didn't know it was an either or question.
We're missing some good fighting here. Come on, man.
Okay, well, enough about Doritos. We'll address that during Sundays with Mover.
So some pretty much wasted bullets here on the initial turns.
Grumpy Finn's really slow, and he's having to fight Dylan into the vertical.
And Dylan's got the vertical and got the energy advantage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like he's maybe trying to get lucky here, but all Dylan has to do is dump the nose. He'll get back. I don't know if he's just trying to build some separation so he can dump the nose and turn back.
There goes the nose.
But yeah, Tony Grodemelon over here. A reminder
but it may be.
Yeah,
Grumpy Finn may be in the altitude advantage.
Well, he basically traded that delta to get some energy back, so now he's going to outrate and get better angles.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't keep
I
turning
don't see
there.
the advantage, though. He needed to keep turning. He took it back into the vertical. He took it back into the vertical, and when he dumped the nose initially, you allow Grumpy Finn to dump the nose a bit to get his energy state back, and then he took it back into the vertical.
He stopped turning.
Now, at that point, Grumpy Finn has... Well, he's going to waste... He wasted all of his ammo. Shoot.
Well, all you can do now is spear him.
Dylan did a pretty good job of reversing that, and then Dylan took a much better shot into that scissor, and I think that's going to be it for Grumpy.
Team Grumpy.
Yep. There's Team the Grumpy. Half of the Cool Ranch Dorito, and Team Grumpy is going down in flames. This is a problem. Is Grumpy going down with the ship, or is he gonna eject? Guys, we need to see some Fs in chat for the Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah.
We got half a chip plummeting to its death. We can see the nacho cheese is way up there.
Look at the speed
there it goes.
500-600 knots. Did he jump out? I mean, that's going to be a fatal ejection.
He rode it all the way down.
Yeah, he wouldn't survive it anyway.
That was a Frenchman. That was a Frenchman with some gusto. He was riding all the way down.
Does the game know if you eject outside of the seat parameters? Like, will that kill you if you jump out too fast?
I don't think so.
Well,
let's talk about that real quick. Which, out of all the planes you've flown, which stick do you like to wrap your hand around the most?
I look like an Eagle pilot here? What are you talking about? I think the PVI, which is the word you're looking for, pilot vehicle interface, and the F-16 is the best that I've flown.
Because of how it works, or because of how it feels, or both?
Let's talk about that later. Get back to your play-by-play there.
All right. We're in here with Solo Wing and Chappie. And Solo Wing, I think we're neutral here. Solo Wing went...
No, he's losing.
In the horizontal. And then Chapping went up. And Chapping's coming around on him.
He's about to correct that, but at that merge, he was losing.
Overshoot. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think Chapping has enough of an energy advantage that he's going to be able to come back up no problem.
See, what Pixie needed to do was aggressively over-rotate on that overshoot and force one circle downhill. That was a little late and a little lazy as far as...
Now, when you say one circle downhill, you mean you're in a one-circle turn fight, but you're slowly descending. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean you're vertical down. The one-circle turn can be in any dimension, so you can be one circle
I see.
up,
I got you now.
Like if you double Immelman, or one circle down if you do both, you split S's. Like this is a protracted two-circle fight that's going to end up going to the deck, and then it's going to be who can energy manage the best, because it's the same aircraft.
Well, Solo Wing's doing pretty good at his energy management, but Chapping looks like he's going to take a snapshot.
By the way, other than the energy mess, he needs to cash it in. As soon as that nose starts to threaten, he needs to basically take all those angles back.
No hits on target from Chapping.
Ooh, yeah. I think did he hit one there?
I didn't see a hit. He may be forcing an overshoot as long as the ground doesn't win. But the ground won.
At 400.
Oh, that was painful.
No, he skipped.
No, he definitely did not skip. He is definitely dead.
It switched to the other guy. That's why I was like, it looked like he skipped because it suddenly switched views.
No, that was not a skip.
Pixie.
That was a straight into the ground.
Man.
Pixie let you down. Your man Chapping, you should have stayed with him.
To answer your other question, what ends up happening with two similar Hornets is you end up at the floor across the circle flipping each other off until somebody calls knock it off, because two equal pilots with equal experience will inevitably end up at the floor trying to scrape the other one off. Well, like this.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened. Instead of flipping somebody off, though, the ground upped its kill-to-death ratio.
But yeah, absolutely. The Viper, going back to your other question, it was more ergonomic. You could, everything was the HOTAS was much better in the interface, and you didn't have to, like the Hornet, you have to take your hands off a lot to mash a lot of buttons.
I hate that, at least in the sim.
Yeah, in the Viper, everything, changing displays, everything, unless you had to enter a number, enter a SMIS code or something, everything was HOTAS.
I hear you. So we're riding along
Plus
with Chapping this time, and we'll revisit that here in just a second. But Chapping is descending a bit. He's still fully lit, coming in at 600 knots. It's pretty fast coming into a merge, isn't it? But I guess he's taking it into the vertical.
It's not going to do well for him.
But they both looked like they came in fast. I mean, they're both... Solo Wing looks like he's got the nose advantage, but it's...
Yeah,
I think if Chapping would have kept it going into the vertical, he'd be in a better position than he is now.
Yeah. I mean... Just an energy management. You saw the burner come out, though.
So how do you, if you're Chapping, how do you get out of this? I'm giving him the slight disadvantage, or are they more in a neutral position right now?
They're neutral. You know, he's looking across the circle. If anything, he's, you know, he needs to match, not let him go to get out, because see where he, like right here, he's getting out of control of the horizon, so he needs to kind of keep him level. They're gonna be neutral. What I might do at this point is over rotate and get my lift vector way out in front and try to force like this overshoot, which looks like he's trying to, but he's just not committing enough to it. But
now, to clarify for people in the chat, when you say over rotate, you mean pull further through the turns that you can get your lift vector in front of the other Hornets.
It's more, I would roll more into this turn so that, you know, the canopy is basically facing out in front of the other aircraft to make some more lead. But this is
now we've deteriorated into what the last fight came into.
Two similar Hornets are going to end up at the floor with, you know, neutral guys. He's getting, holy crap, he's getting 200 feet. Jesus.
He almost hit the ground.
Yeah. But
these guys' energy management, they're staying right around 350 knots.
But he's given Pixie just enough of an advantage here as far as that little bit of altitude delta that if Pixie would just, you know, just over-rotate a little bit, make it up, because he's actually gaining angles on Pixie. Pixie needs to take some of that altitude that he's got. Yeah.
Well, let's flip over and see what Pixie's speed is.
Oh god.
So Pixie was at 362 knots.
So he's
and Chapping's a little bit slower.
Yeah, and that's, Pixie could tighten down just a little bit more. Oh. Oh.
They're losing it here just a little bit, but that may be the sim thing with not being able to feel the aircraft and feel that you're level, or you know, can you feel if you're level or not in a jet when you're going through a turn like this?
You get spatial awareness. Like, you know where you're at based on just some of the sensory cues of, you know, how it feels and your peripheral vision and stuff like that. You get a lot of cues that maybe you wouldn't get. And plus, like right now, I would know I'm not slow because I don't feel it coming off the Lexus. I'm not seeing the vapes. I'm not seeing some of the cues. Like if I looked across the circle and saw the white vapes coming off his jet, I would know he's low energy. You know, so that would maybe change my game plan a little bit. You know, and you can look at where his nose is too. If you look across the circle right now, you can see that Pixie's basically energy sustaining. His nose is pretty flat. As the nose starts to tilt up, you know, starts to go away from the ground, that's when he's getting slower. That's when you know he's starting to bleed down.
This may turn into a fuel game of who runs out of fuel first.
Yeah, someone is going to run out of gas, and based on...
Any bets? Chad, I want to see bets on who you think's going to run out of gas first. Mover, who do you think?
Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Pixie.
Or do you think they're going to run it at the same time?
He's been using a lot more burner. I think it might be Pixie. Honestly, I'm more worried that Chappie's going to scrape himself off the floor. Yeah, he's not. He's kind of waffling back and forth.
He's steadied out a bit as of late, but every once in a while he'll descend. And I don't know if he's doing that intentionally or what. Yeah, but this has turned into a very neutral fight where nobody's advancing or gaining ground.
And you saw he pulled He's overriding the limiter. I don't know. Is that cheating? I don't know.
No.
He just did a paddle override because he was at 8.5 Gs. So, yeah, this would suck. I mean, if you were in the jet right now, sustaining 8 Gs at the ground, you would be hurting.
You'd be crying.
Yeah, this is the part where I call knock it off in training, or I'm looking for my wingman to come bail me out.
Yeah.
You know, or
well, you have to at this point because nobody's advancing, right? You have to have some type of external intervention.
Or, you know, maybe I reverse the direction, try to catch him off guard, and, you know, see if I can force this fight into something else, because it's just not working. And the longer this not only for, hey, can my wingman come, but did his wingman show up? The longer this goes on, tactically speaking, the worse it's going to get. You know, this is, you don't want to fight to last as long.
Right. Now, what I want to... Oh, I think we're out of fuel. Chapping's out of fuel.
Oh. Is he?
Yep.
He's trading his knots.
Is Pixie out of fuel?
There you go. Well, kill's a kill, right?
Pixie's out of fuel. Oh no, they both ran out of gas.
Well, wait, can he glide and land somewhere?
No, the hydraulics are going to fail before he does that.
Yeah, but in the game, I mean, what is the rule here? Does he have to? How long does he have to survive to be the winner?
He needs to be able to maintain sustained flight. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So
that sucks.
That's would end in a draw.
So we still get one more.
Yes, we do. So because the rules say that you have to be able to maintain sustained flight after the kill. I don't want people just, you know, killing somebody and then running out of fuel, because that's not a determinant of who the better pilot is. So that's where I go with that. So we're going to reset. The pilots know that they had to reset because they both ran out of fuel. So they're ready to go. So we're going to see a crucial round 3 that we don't get to see very often, but that's what's going down. This time we're going to ride along with Solo Wing. We rode along with Chapping last time. Do we think we're going to see the same thing?
Absolutely.
Or do you think that we're going to take? Do you think we're going to take some more liberties and, you know, maybe try and do that reversal or something that you talked about earlier?
Yeah, or, you know, what he could have done was rip the throttles to idle and just cashed everything in to try to get, you know, point is, because they were doing 300 plus knots. So you cash to idle, get really slow, and try to threaten him with your nose and maybe take him out of your game plan. Something other than what they were doing might have helped. But I get it. You know, they're playing for keeps, and it's a more conservative option.
Yeah.
Minus
now, one thing I will say, guys,
override.
is that if this round ends in a solo Pixie win, we do have to go to a round 4 because somebody has to advance. I can't, you know, we can't sit here and say end it in a draw, because somebody has to advance from this matchup to go into the semifinals.
Well, you can see Chapping's already starting to conserve his fuel. He's in and out of blower, whereas Pixie is doing pretty much the same thing as last time. He's still in blower. Yeah. But
this is what I meant. I think after the last round with running out of fuel, either somebody's going to change their tactics, like how they maneuver the aircraft, or their fuel management game, or both coming into this. Because coming off of something like that, I mean, people won't admit, or they'll deny that it influences later choices, but, you know, anything that happens to you like that in life, it's going to influence what you go into.
It's going to be in the back of their mind, no doubt. There's going to be some learning happening. I just don't know why they keep doing 2-circle fights in these Hornets. You know, just do what the Hornet's good at. Get slow. See who's, you know, be the knife fighter here.
See who's better at that low-speed management.
Well, see who's better at doing what the Hornet does. You know, this is like watching 2 F-16s go at it.
True. And we're back into the same thing that happened last time. This is exactly how it materialized as they were descending down
to the floor. You know, I try to get them into some kind of but this. I want to. Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to point out to chat that this may look boring, but Mover, correct me if I'm wrong, there's not much when you get into something like this. If you're the first guy that breaks off and you don't catch the other guy off guard, you give him the advantage. Is that right?
When you're across the circle from somebody, it's not boring, it just sucks. You're sitting there in the jet going, this sucks. I hate this. Why am I pulling? Because, you know, yes, it's not 9G sustained, but, you know, like the T-38 does this a lot, where you'll be at 4.5 Gs, and you're sitting there going, oh my God, when does this end? Because it's just, over time, your body is just not used to it. But there really is nothing other than getting out of plane. Maybe a high yo-yo here, maybe a low yo-yo to try to get kind of across the circle, threatening with his nose, offset turn circles, something to get the fight going. He's starting to win now.
There we go. So he broke off that and went into the vertical. So Chapping, you said earlier, was doing some stuff different for fuel management, but is he going to try and go for a snapshot? No, he didn't get his nose around, but that extra pull, that extra pull, I think he may have been pulling for it because he looked like he disengaged or did the paddle switch to get some extra G.
Well, Pixie over the top here, if he'd have just squatted the jet, he'd have at least had a snapshot. He may have even.
When you say squat, what do you mean?
Just idle, limiter pull, you know, stick in the lap to try to, because he's. There's this misconception that the speed is life. Everybody says that speed is life, speed is life. There's times when it's not. And especially when you're in a high alpha fighter, when you want to see this, your nose, now he's trapped in lag. His nose is he's going to be stuck in lag here. You can't, you have to be willing to get slow to fight, especially in a fight like this, because if you're not, you're going to get stuck just like we are, and you're never going to escape.
Did you like the move that Chapping tried? Take it into the vertical?
It's a pet trick. No, you get into the stupid pet tricks. It's to try something different. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know that it was all that effective because here we are.
Yeah.
But I think Pixie could have taken advantage of it. You know, drive to the point of departure, use that. Basically what Chapping did was create an opening that Pixie could have exploited and used to make it an offensive problem. Instead, here we are at the floor again.
There was another paddle switch right there. He went above 9G again.
Yeah, but his nose is trapped in lag. He is trapped in lag. Unless he over-rotates and tries not to scrape himself off the floor, his nose isn't... There he goes. There's a little bit of...
There's another one. There it is!
Wow.
So he got rounds on target. That was
very good gun mech, yeah. Skills of pilots full. This is really hard to avoid this. This is just...
One thing I will say, though, with them is their energy management in this 2 circle has been really good. I mean, they've stayed right at or right around 340 to 360 knots. So I got to give them massive props for that.
I will say, though, that the G-override, the limiter, is something that you might use in combat, but it is never something we train to, and it is never something you use in real life. And it's very much by exception. So while it's not necessarily cheating, it's not very realistic to use either. And it's not something, because you'll over-G the airframe. And you know, that's we obviously DCS, we don't care, because you get a new one, new jet, new day, but it's definitely not something you practice.
This one could end quickly. There's a round on target. I think they actually hit each other in that head-on pass. So this round is already developing a bit differently than the last rounds have. But I hear what you said about the G limiter. I mean, the difference in DCS is people like to take it and take every advantage they can get. And in the sim environment, we don't have to go get yelled at by a crew chief.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So good on them. I just wanted to clarify that would not be something. You know, it's not a very common practice.
But in a combat situation, all holds are off, right? I mean, you're going to do everything to kill the other guy.
Survive, absolutely. Yeah, if you have to do it to survive, you're kind of... That's it.
I hear you.
It's either that or you jump out over bad guy lane, so pick your poison.
Right. So things are a bit different already. We're now into... What would you call this? Up 2 circle or
This is a roller.
Roller.
We're starting to get into a roller just based on where the low vectors are placed, and that's a very common Hornet thing. Gonky and I got into one when we fought, a little bit slower. They're keeping their speeds up, but if you just extend here and then squat the jet, we talked about, you don't have to be an AB all the time. It's fun to park it there, but it doesn't necessarily help you going downhill when you're doing 400 knots or 380.
Right. And Chapping looks like he's got the nose authority. Didn't get any rounds on target, but looks like he's in a pretty decent position, and there it is. So that round was very, very different than the other ones, and Chapping just looked like he didn't want that to develop back into what we had seen for the past couple rounds.
Thank you, Chapping. Just, thank God.
Well played. Well played by Chapping. That was.
Thank God.
I don't know if the early rounds that he got on target caused anything. I mean, we caused some hydraulic problems, anything like that. That was well fought.
Yeah. No, that was a good job by Chapping. He's definitely going to be. I'm curious to see how he performs against the Tomcats now.
I got to change the names, but this is underway. We're going to ride along with Sung Ho to get started. Coming in here, and who do we have? F-14 versus Mirage. Who do you think's coming out on this one, Mover? You going Team Dylan? You think Dylan's going all the way?
So, it's Ace? Ooh.
Sung Ho? You said he had really good.
Did you update?
I gotta update it. No, I'm updating it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Confusing me with this.
Sorry.
Ace is pretty. I mean, not only is he the place for the helpful hardware folks, but he's also been kicking some ass lately. So,
getting the views? I'm getting the views.
What are you doing?
I'm failing. Just
Jesus Christ, suck with confidence.
I know.
That's a pretty cool view of the Tomcat blowers there, though. That's
It is. It's actually just a pretty cool view in general. Seeing we're riding along with Sung Ho here, and we see Dylan way out there in the distance.
He went
his
to the
Mirage.
Bozosphere. Is he going to hit the cons here in a second?
We're passing 25,000 feet, so we're not quite there. It looks like Dylan's dropping it down.
Yeah, that's a gutsy move against the Tomcat, because the Tomcat can do this. And yeah, but look at the. Ooh, don't float it, don't float it, don't float it. Yeah, I wouldn't have floated it there.
Now, when you say float it, what do you mean?
He was trying to get his knots back, but in doing so, he gave up so many angles. He just kept that solid, just held what he had. He may have been able to maintain a little bit better energy state, but
looks like Dylan's pulling it back here, especially after that turn. He's gotten into a offensive position now, it looks like.
Dylan's definitely surprising me, and I guess I should be on Team Dylan, so I shouldn't be surprised. But
you are on Team Dylan. He is on Team Mover.
Yeah,
but everybody you've picked so far has been struggling.
Dylan's made it.
Yeah. You got to have at least one though. Is he going to lose sight here? He flips over, goes opposite way, reverses his turn, and then falls. Is he falling back in, or is he going to keep the altitude?
Well, and that's a good point too. I don't know. I haven't obviously fought either of those, but it is very hard when you're used to looking at a Tomcat to see a smaller aircraft. You see this all the time. You know, Dylan's been fighting Mirages, so it's very easy to pick up a giant Tomcat versus the Tomcat guys. Now, granted, this guy doesn't have his girlfriend in the back, right? So
he doesn't, but he's got Jester. So Jester will tell you where the other guy is. He'll just vocalize it, but it does help. Jester sees everything.
Jester. Oh, look at the lift vector control. Very nice. Dylan's very good with lift vector control.
So where does this fight usually develop? I mean, you got a plane which, in this particular case, I think has a little bit too much turning ability, and it's got a ton of power in the Tomcat. And then you have the Mirage, the little piece of bread that's a delta wing that does decently well at low speed, but it really maneuvers well at, bleeding all of that energy.
Yeah.
in snap turns and such.
Well, what you see here is the rate of the Tomcat is, Dylan allowed this to happen. Now, whether he can recover and force it back into a more low-speed, close-in fight will remain to be seen. But every time Dylan tries to create a single circle, it looks like Sung Ho smartly brings it back into a two-circle flow. He's trying. I mean, you could tell Dylan's trying. If he just got his lift vector out a little bit farther in front, he might have a better shot at it. But Sung Ho's pushing him around right now.
My daughter, this is just a tidbit, is at a petting zoo right now, and my wife just sent me a text message and said she got bit by a goat. Good times.
Was it a radioactive goat?
Maybe. I don't know.
She could have superpowers now.
She could. Guns on target come from Sung Ho. So Sung Ho able to do some damage against the little bread monster.
I'm not real sure why Dylan kept forcing this into a two-circle. He would not, he needs to fight to his strengths, and the Tomcat does a lot better raiding around.
Because the Mirage you really want to put into, you want to be in a one circle, right?
Yeah, you want to be in that close-in knife fight, just like the Hornet.
Yeah.
And another reason you go downhill is because if you go downhill, you might force what we saw earlier with the over-G and the overstress of the flaps, where you get him to overspeed his aircraft. He doesn't have the G authority to pull out. Because the Tomcat has no limiters, right? It has no protection whatsoever.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Not entirely sure. I don't think it does. It's more analog than really anything else in DCS.
Chase Tuna says
I don't
correct.
think it does.
So it gives you, it's like a T-38, it gives you nothing. So if you get downhill and too fast, you can rip the wings off.
Looks like kind of Dylan's just trying to stay alive at this point. Maybe trying to run the Tomcat out of energy, which is allowed. Dylan's taken substantial damage, so him, just being fully defensive is completely allowed given the rules. The question is, how much damage has he taken, and how much has that impacted his aircraft?
I wonder how close Dylan might be out of bullets too. He shot a lot.
He could be
early on.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. I mean, the thing we're going to have to start thinking about is fuel. It's got like 125 rounds per gun. It's got 2 guns.
Oh, 250. Okay, well, that's not a lot.
So about 125. There it is. That does. Now it's over. So your man Dylan getting schmammered by the big turkey. That was solid. That was well fought.
DCS needs to add some dances, like throw your hands up in the canopy or something when you win.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. I'd like that. This is Heapler's jet, so maybe it's on them to do it. So first round goes to Sung Ho. In all honesty, I didn't know anything about Sung Ho, so this is kind of a. I knew Dylan.
It says Ace right in his name, so.
Yeah, but Sung Ho is what he registered as. So Ace in the sim, but Sung Ho is what he registered as.
Oh.
But it did say Ace, so maybe he's a real ace.
Well, he is by now, isn't he? He's probably got
throwing it out
kills.
there.
He has to have gotten 5 kills by now.
Yeah. So this is fights on for round 2. We're gonna ride along with Dylan this time in the now buttered baguette, as the turkey last round took a nice big bite out of him. Is he gonna be able to come back in this round 2 and equalize it at 1 apiece?
I'd like to see Dylan just split S it and see what happens.
Just kind of throw it out there, see where they end up?
He's not, but I'd like to see that anyway.
Random thought.
Everybody goes up.
They do, but how much does something like flare or chaff weigh?
No, it's not enough to change anything.
Oh, okay. So if you're taking like 80 or something bundles of countermeasures or something, it's not enough to impact really anything?
Really?
Just
no.
random thought, random tidbit.
No. That's like shooting all your bullets just so you're lighter in the nose. No.
Yeah, doesn't really
I mean,
matter.
you would be lighter, but not.
It's not enough to affect when you've got thousands and thousands of pounds of thrust. Yeah.
No.
Takasumu says if your opponent has a potato PC, just dump flares and hope he lags out.
Ah. Did he lose sight?
That could be a valid strategy.
Dude, he either his track IR failed him or he lost sight.
Maybe. Well, I thought we were going French. He's trying to run away.
The 9K. Do your 9K stuff. You guys don't know 9Ks and 6Ks and stuff, right? Is that not a thing in the sim community?
I don't know. What is it?
Offensive BFM. It's perch BFM. We practice. Hey, what happens?
Look at that overshoot, though.
This was Top Gun style right there.
I thought he had that. Throw on the brakes and make him fly by. Yes,
and he's still doing 200 knots. My boy.
So back to the 6 and 9K. What is that?
So the 9K is basically a setup, right? So you start at 2 miles, and one guy's defensive, the other's offensive. You start at 30 to 40 off tail, and you practice. Well, what happens if you find yourself a mile and a half behind the guy? Because there's technique, like you don't needle nose him the whole time, because that just shows inexperience, and that's not very good, solid BFM practices.
Okay.
Like right now, the other one. There's offensive, so offensive perch. So there's 9, 6, and 3. 9 being farther out, you're outside of the turn circle. 6K,
I see.
You're approaching it, and then
so you're
3K
talking
is
distances.
Inside. Yeah,
I gotcha.
And then we do that both offensive and defensive, and then we do high aspect, which are butterfly sets, which I showed in my other video. But worse. Why is the Tomcat just kind of graping around here?
I don't know. That Dylan put himself in a pretty good position as long as he's able to maintain it. Did he lose sight there? I think Dylan lost sight.
Or he's doing the same thing to draw him in again. He's got some plan to cause the overshoot.
You're gambling with that overshoot though, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I would ever plan. But it worked the first time, so.
Yeah, but I think he's losing sight. I don't think he's doing that intentionally.
Track IR.
Maybe. I mean, it looks like he's causing overshoots. That Tomcat may come in with a lot of energy, and the Baguette, the Mirage, can bleed speed unbelievably fast with that Delta Wing.
At 500 knots, though? 550?
Yeah.
530?
Yeah. I'm just rambling at this point. I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, you're not Tony Romo. That's the problem.
Mover already knows the outcome. He's seen into the future.
I'm watching into the future here.
Romo style.
It's,
There, he might have it. Is the Tomcat pulling out of that?
Oh!
Whoa! He lit the corn on fire.
He might have over-G'd.
Yeah,
if he didn't over-G, I'm surprised. Yeah, that had to be. That's a floor save. That'll affect if he didn't. Ooh. So Dylan's just kind of
locked his flaps on the Tomcat, but Dylan's just kind of hanging out. Tomcat's putting a couple rounds downrange, seeing if anything lands.
And what?
But Dylan right now is just maybe trying to out-energy him, get himself into a position where he can cause an over... I think you're right in your initial thing is just either running him out of gas or trying to force him into an overshoot.
Did any of the rounds maybe connect, or maybe damaged, and he's just trying to run away at this point?
I don't see any damage. I think he's trying to force an overshoot.
Or force him to the ground?
Yeah, and I think he was trying to... Maybe not force anything in particular, but I think he was just trying to force a mistake. And I think he got it.
Wow. Look at that. It's beautiful.
That was well done.
That was beautiful. That was very well done. Good on him.
But is he going to be able to make anything out of it? Triplication is throwing out the Doritos.
I don't. So he just leveled out.
He broke away again.
Yeah, he could have reversed in one circle. It's like he hates the one circle idea.
I guess.
Now he just run away.
Huh.
He's trying to run him out of gas. He watched the other fights and must have decided that this is a strategy.
Maybe. Sungho's doing a good job of staying with them, though.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to go burner to catch him. Now, the Tomcat can probably, no power, run him down.
Yeah. Yeah. And, guys, all of the aircraft have pretty much the same amount of fuel. All the aircraft should be able to burn for around 5 minutes. So the fuel should be right around even. Now, that doesn't include mill power, but stay in a gate. They should all be able to stay in gate, low altitude, for around 5 minutes. So just keep that in mind. That
what we should have done
isn't necessarily...
You should have put, like, little dudes hanging out with man pads to prevent this. You know? Keep them...
They'd have to dodge incoming threats while they're BFMing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're going to run away and burner, you're going to take a heater up.
Ooh! Thought we were going to get some rounds on target. I don't necessarily think he's running away. I think he's just trying to force a mistake.
Oh, it's this Top Gun right here.
You think that's what we're going to see?
Oh, we got the barrel rolls. Both of them doing barrel rolls. Why? I don't know, but it looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah. That's half of
Sungho's doing a good job of not overshooting, though. I mean, granted,
he's got
Dylan is pretty fast. Yeah.
He's saying, going ballistic. Go get him.
So if you're the Tomcat, if you're in Sungho's position trying to track down this Mirage, do you just outweight him and just try and stay in the position and just wait? Or what do you do?
Yeah. I mean,
there was an opportunity there.
Fuel situation. Yeah, he's really late with his gun there. It depends on the fuel state, but ooh. Dylan's doing a good job of forcing these mistakes.
Yeah, he is. And I think we may see the ground soon play a factor as fatigue starts to set in.
Oh, yeah, or as the Tomcat loses its ability to do these floor saves over and over.
Tomcat looks like it's slowly moving around as we play around here, going up and down.
Yeah, he's going to have the vertical overshoot back to maybe getting over the top, but it's going to be
it's right here
out over the top.
That may be it. This may be it. There's the shot. Oh, he just barely missed it. And what a move by Dylan.
Yeah. Holding in space, 100 knots. Now it's
man.
Shoot.
Oh, he doesn't. I think he was too slow. He was too slow. He may have blacked out. Did he?
Unload. What is happening?
Oh man, he blacked out. Oh man, what just happened?
No, Dylan.
No.
Oh, it was such a beautiful thing.
That was a great move. Great move.
Oh God, Dylan, I don't even get to play against you now, man.
Man, Sungho.
All that trash talk. Well, you know, Sungho is probably like Chinese intelligence, so he's.
Oh, what ended up happening? What ended up happening was on that gun pass. When I thought Sungho didn't happen, he killed the pilot, so he did hit him.
Oh.
That's what happened. So that awesome move, I think, was actually the plane flying itself.
Well, maybe he should have had that strategy from the beginning. And also, yeah, it would be nice to see in the finals a Hornet versus that, but you know, whatever. You know, Stooge is our boy, right? He was the one that was F1 talking with you last time.
Yeah, but you like the name of Chapping. You know, Stooge is the man with the girlfriend in the back seat Maverick.
Please do not make me say Chapping. No.
No!
No!
Well, if something happens, I'm going to expect you to use that voiceover. It's got to happen.
This dive to the floor thing, what are we doing?
I don't know.
His girlfriend's probably nagging him.
Probably poking him in the head.
Yeah, why? Why are you going up in the Hornet? Stop that. Stop it right now.
So you don't want to go up even to utilize God's G? It's too much of an energy deficit?
You just, the Hornet, you got to fight the Hornet, man. Go up to blow up. I mean, now granted, if he goes up with you, you don't really have much of a choice, but the Hornet does a lot better downhill.
Right. Chapping looks like he's in a pretty solid position coming in here. He's got the altitude. And he's got nose around.
And he's got the nose authority on this downhill to get a downhill gunshot if he tries.
There it is. Rounds on target. Saw at least a couple rounds hit. We'll have to see if that impacts later.
I got it.
You did.
For that one.
You did. You need a bonus.
That's because we're finally fighting stuff that I've actually seen in real life. The Hornets. I don't know. Oh, this is going to be the bit. He's got him if it doesn't freeze. Unfreeze. Just do it. What are you doing? Why are you diving?
So there you'd maintain level approach and just come around.
With a big honking target like a Tomcat? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be, because you're giving the Tomcat the ability to get it back. You've got to get slow. You've got to use the alpha advantage. Don't get me wrong, I like being patient, but I also like a quick kill.
Right.
Especially now, I mean, I know the Tomcat's pretty tough, but we don't know what kind of... You don't need all this separation. I mean, you're talking, maybe 2 miles apart. This is way too far away.
Yeah, and you're also allowing... You're also allowing time for yourself to make a mistake and put yourself in a position where you are in now, where the Tomcat's on your 6.
Right, and now you have to honor the Tomcat's nose, squat the jet, course a 180.
What is... I thought the Tomcat was going into a flat spin, but it was just the camera angle. Bozosphere, coming on up.
We're in the Masconosphere. Yep, he's... Well, I don't know why you do this in a Hornet. This is not where a Hornet would live. It looks cool.
We're coming back down. There's a couple gun rounds. This is trouble. Who's gonna... Yep. That was it. No! That was a mistake.
Why?
Oh, man.
You had it. You snatched
I think when he went up into the chemtrails, he just got high and he
started sniffing his own brand. You never sniff your own brand. When you're making chemtrails, you've got to be 100% on the oxygen.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So I thought Chapping did really well until he went into the vertical. That was his downfall
if
there.
If he just come back around, squatted the jet, gone for a second gunshot, it would be... Now he's playing.
He had the advantage. He had the advantage to be able to stay after he got the first kill, the first rounds on target, to be able to, I know you don't necessarily like it, but to be able to use that paddle switch and get the nose around real quick again and just keep it nice and close.
You don't have to.
Where the Hornet excels.
Idle, stick and lap. You can squat the jet. You don't need the paddle switch. You don't need all that G.
True. Very true.
Oh, Chappie.
We're going to ride along from Chapping Brillo Pad's perspective now.
He's just dramatic.
You think he's got it here?
Dramatic. I think this...
You're giving it for Chapping here.
It has to be Chapping.
Okay.
It has to be.
Chat, since the Mirage is a Dorito, what type of chip is the Tomcat and what type of chip is the Hornet? That was a fast merge.
667. Oh, my God. What are you doing?
That was really fast.
And, Chappie. You're just killing me, Chappie. With the 9G.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
What are we down to now? Well,
11 Gs.
He's better.
He spiked
now we're head on.
Gs. Yeah.
And I feel like the Tomcat's gun head on. Well, we're not head on. That was the aspect playing tricks on me.
No, we're not. The Tomcat lose sight?
Maybe.
That is a Syrian lead turn.
It looks like it.
That's
and his girlfriend,
the Syrian Lee turn.
I don't know what kind of help the girlfriend's being in the back.
His girlfriend needs to tell him to turn the other way, and this guy needs... Chappie, use your gun
Pull the
back.
trigger!
Pull the trigger.
There it is.
Put the thing on the thing.
And shoot the other thing until it flies into the other thing, and you win the thing.
Anymore. He's at a flat spin, headed out to sea.
Yeah, he's dead.
Or is he jinking? Is that a jink?
That's an unstable jink.
Well, that's the best kind.
Well, I just meant that he was kind of wallowing.
Yeah.
I thought he lost control there, but it looked like he was okay.
Shoot him again. Shoot him again.
Yeah, nope. I think you hit it right there when he lost line of sight.
No, and it's tough when you're used to fighting Tomcats. It's hard to stay visual, and that is a disadvantage when you're in a big airplane like that.
Yeah, something's wrong with that Tomcat. He's having problems.
Well, just go to mill power. Don't run out of gas. You've won this fight. We'll go to round 3 and see who the winner is.
Unless the Tomcat comes back. Chat's calling the Tomcat a big plate of nachos.
Big plate of nachos.
And the Hornet is a bugle.
They're nachos Belgrande.
Yeah.
Oh,
so what would the Viper be? Oh, there's another hit. That's it. There goes one of his vertical stabilizers or his horizontal stabs.
Oh, into the school. Oh, the kids.
Ah, man. That's unfortunate, but that was well flown by Chapping. I mean, he was a little delayed there on pulling the trigger. I mean, well, I think a big part of that though was the Tomcat losing track. At least that's what it seemed like.
You can't. Okay, we were talking about this yesterday. When you turn right in front of them, that's a Syrian Lee turn.
Yeah,
that's the bogey gathering turn that we speak of. Wait, you gave up on Fight Son?
Oh, I just forgot. we'll bring it in. We'll bring it into the finals. We're gonna ride along with Maverick again, or with Stooge. Maverick's his girlfriend coming into this, and see if Chapping or Stooge is able to come out on this. We're one apiece as I update the scoreboard, in this match 2 of the semifinals to see who advances to the finals to take on Sung Ho's Tomcat, and that Hornet just went through the merge over Mach 1.
That disappoints.
And he did your favorite thing, Mover. He went into the vertical.
Yep. And the Tomcat's just letting him do it.
Yep.
And lost sight again.
I don't think he lost sight. Maybe he did.
Oh,
the Hornet's playing the Tomcat's game.
In relation to...
Now you're saying the Tomcat lost sight. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying the Tomcat has lost. Well, no, he's just...
I don't think he did. Chapping just looks like he's in control, even though he's playing it in the vertical where he probably shouldn't be. He looks like he's dictating the fight at this point.
Yeah, but he's letting the Tomcat come around.
That's true.
He's playing right into the Tomcat strengths again. Tomcat's got some smash on it, man. 500 knots vertical.
Yeah, it does.
Think it won't do that.
No. Hornet just needs to come out of this and take it into the horizontal, I feel like, and play into his advantages.
Just reverse it and make it a...
We're still playing the Tomcats game.
Yeah, just reverse it here.
And the Tomcat's just slowly coming around on him.
Yeah. Like, I might reverse it here and split S back around, because you'll win that fight with the Tomcat. He's not going to, especially downhill like that, he won't be able to turn without breaking something.
At least in the real life.
Or in the
I don't know what would happen here in the sim.
In the flaps, we see that already? Look how fast he's accelerating downhill, though.
Yeah. Honestly, don't remember. Here comes a possible gunshot. There go the rounds, and that is it.
Chappie!
I think that's going to be the end.
No!
Chapping is dead as Mover squeals in disappointment.
The Folds of Honor, Tomcat for Honor 2019.
It's turned into Tomcat for Honor. We are Tomcat on Tomcat.
Brought to you by Heapler.
Yep.
And their Tomcat.
Yep. Cat on cat action coming up. So we're going back to Sundays with Mover as I get the final setup. It's going to be Sung Ho versus Stooge. Turkey on turkey.
But wait,
get your basters out, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the finals, right?
Coming up, yeah.
So congratulations, Chapping. No. Well, yes, Chapping gets third place, right?
Well, we don't know yet because he would be tied with who else would he be tied with? He'd be tied with Dylan right now.
So they have to fight?
I can ask him.
I mean, we need a third place, don't we?
We do, actually. So let me see if I can get them to fight for this matchup. So we're going to go fight Sun here coming into this third place round. I remembered this time. And we're going Dorito all the way on this one. Dorito versus Hornet. How do you take this fight in the Hornet? Same way you do all the other ones?
Black, like my coffee?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I'm Dylan, I win. That's the end of that.
They keep going down.
Well, I mean, you gotta match him. But
yeah, that's true.
I don't know why. What?
Chapping keeps coming in. Chapping keeps coming into the merge over Mach 1 and then going into the vertical.
Someone misinformed him about that.
Maybe.
You need to update your little screen there, Mr. Moderator.
Did I not?
You got 1-1.
Oh.
Or is this just a sudden death?
No. I forgot. I updated their names and then I forgot.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here because the Mirage can pull much more.
Yeah, he's got
much more through here.
He's got this.
He does.
All he's got to do, he's got this, man. Over the top gunshot.
Nope, didn't get the nose around.
Yeah, if he'd just gotten the nose around and aligned the fuselages, he had this. A little rangy, but I watched Dylan's video yesterday for his fight, and the Mirage gun sight is not very intuitive to me. It's not easy.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's not a very user-friendly. It's very foreign to me.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Could only be designed by the French.
Well, they only gave him 250 bullets, so they didn't expect him to really use that much.
That is true.
There you go. In lead. Nice. Just go bid the lag. Yeah, he's getting slow.
I'm surprised that Chapping is still keeping this in the vertical.
Chapping must not be much like a Hornet guy. You know, he's really not fighting the Hornet where it needs to be. Dylan, you can tell, is very practiced in the Mirage.
Yeah. Chapping is flying more like he should be in a Tomcat.
Yeah, or an Eagle.
Yeah.
Not.
But this may be a shot. Nope, he dropped the nose. He must have run out of energy. And dropping the nose when you're in that position, not a good idea. Dylan gets some rounds on target.
He's on fire.
He is on fire. He's still got power on both engines.
Yeah.
Fire went out.
APU fire or fire extinguisher. Well, he probably got the fire extinguisher ready, like pop the bottle. No, because his engines are still running.
How do you get out of this? Do you just try and reverse it if you're Chapping, or is there really no getting out of this?
No, you draw him in, and now you have to draw him in close and try to force the overshoot with a series of reversals. You know, as his nose comes around, you reverse. As his nose comes around, you reverse. But
lost his left horizontal stabilizer, and you're not going to fly very well without a right wing.
Thank you. Hey, he jumped out. Oh, did he die?
He jumped into the ground.
Open very well.
That did not open very well. Shoots in the Hornet that we have in game are not modeled very well for low Low altitude opening. Dylan takes round 1 over Chapping. And Chapping, man, you got to take it into the horizontal. Going into the vertical against Mirage, I think it's just recipe to get you killed.
Well, vertical down. You can go vertical down a lot better.
Yeah.
Vertical up is just that supersonic flow through the merge thing that he's doing is just no.
Concerning.
Yeah. It's a video game though.
Where's the mouse? It's on the wrong monitor. Sorry guys. Sorry if I gave you a seizure. We're gonna watch from Chapping's point of view this time as he comes in his F-15 Hornet. F-18 Hornet. God, I can't even talk correctly. Does he go? God, he is fast. 550 knots. Not quite as fast as last time. Goes straight up into the vertical.
See, this is
the nose around a bit better that time.
This is what you do when you don't want to pull a lot of G's. You end up going up. Trying for that double Immelman there.
Yeah. Chapping in this round is in a little bit better position than he was last time. But we're right back into the vertical. Take this into the horizontal and Chapping's going to have a much easier time as long as it's 2 circle. I mean, in a Hornet, do you want to be 1 circle like you do in the Mirage?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Hornet's a 1 circle fighter. Much, much better at 1 circle.
Not a bad move coming in by Dylan. Is he going to be able to get around, or is he out of energy? Dylan may be out of energy at that point.
Squat the jet and align the fuselages. He's very slow to get the fuselages back aligned.
Yeah, I think he may be running out of energy there, and he doesn't want to go into a stall.
Oh, but look at it. He just aligns him. He's in a good position.
Yeah. I think he was just out waiting.
Oh,
he's in a great position now.
Why? Why?
Don't come across his nose.
What are you doing? You're making it easier. Oh, you forgot.
Here comes the shot. Here comes the shot. No, I updated it.
We only did one of these. I thought we did 2 of these.
Yeah. No, that was round 1.
God, it just took so long. I don't know. I'm lost.
I don't know what you're doing.
Well, that's it. You need
rounds on target, but Chapping's still up there. Did he lose a stab?
Oh yeah, like
he lost his left horizontal. Left horizontal. Right. He kind of needs that to keep flying.
Yeah, it'll fly. It's just it's not going to have a lot of control authority.
Ground gets another one. Ground's like 8-0 at this point. It's just eating him up.
It's a triple ace.
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal. So Dylan takes the 3rd place match, gets to that module, and we are going to be moving on to the finals. So Dylan takes it 2-0 against Chapping, and finals coming up, ladies and gentlemen, between Stooge and Sungho, the all-turkey shootout, BFM monster get together. The zombie fight. Tomcat on Tomcat. 14, straight out of the 80s. Or I guess in this case, early 90s with the B version.
Maverick the Iceman.
We do have a Maverick, just no Iceman. Let me change the song here. We got to amp this up. So these guys are ready. We're going to do Fight Sun. And this is the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Winner take all.
How about instead
of a best of 3?
It's Danger Zone.
All right, we'll do Danger Zone next time.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
We're going to ride along with Ace coming into this one. See how he comes into this. You got any predictions of who's coming out on top here?
Dude, I think as much as my boy Stooge, I think Ace has shown us that he has got the skills to pay the bills.
All right. Sungho coming out. Mover's giving Sungho the team mover classification. And interestingly, Sungho takes it in the horizontal instead of the vertical.
Yeah. He's barber pulling. Ooh. Oh no.
I think Stooge had a little bit of an advantage coming in there.
Yeah, but if he takes it over the top here, if he didn't extend, he'd have just taken it over the top.
Now it looks like things are moving more toward... reverses it. And I think we're going to go into a scissor.
No. Why? Why?
When you say why on whose part?
Well, Ace. Why did Ace reverse there? He gave him those angles back, and now we're right back into the same situation.
Yeah.
But you got to commit to it. You can't. It's okay until it becomes a BFM error. And that's my John Madden quote for this fight.
It's okay until you make a mistake.
Yeah. It's great to do BFM until you suck at it. Then don't do it anymore.
Or until you're dead.
Oh, I think Stooge has got him.
Then it becomes a problem.
I think Stooge
is slowly coming around.
Yeah, I think he's going to get
maybe in a couple more turns. I think one more, and he's going to have him.
Oh, he's got him.
Here it comes.
Yeah, Stooge has got higher energy, too.
One more. I said one more last time, but first I said a couple. So we're coming.
He didn't have it at the bottom.
Yeah, but he's going to get it. He's slowly coming around. He's got better energy management.
Yeah.
It does.
It's like the Eagle bathtub thing they do.
Bathtub thing?
Yeah, they go up and then they kind of rudder turn around. It's very similar to this.
Yeah,
just get it over.
Couldn't quite get it. Couldn't quite get it.
You overshoot.
And he gave some angles back to Sung-ho there.
His girlfriend needs to be helping him out here.
Yeah, but I feel for Stooge getting punched in the back of the head repeatedly.
He's kidding. Oh.
Sung-ho may be reversing it.
Yeah, Ace has definitely got it neutralized here.
Yeah, I think he's got it a little bit more than neutralized at this point.
Well, if he rotates, if he ever rotates, he's got it. And there he goes. What was that?
I don't know, but it got Stooge out of a bit of a tough situation.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, but Sung-ho had an opportunity there to put some rounds down, but that was an interesting maneuver that got Stooge out of a really, really tight situation.
His girlfriend told him to do it, I guess.
I guess. It's what happens when your girlfriend wears the pants in the relationship. Letting the Rio decide what's going on.
And we're back. I think these two Tomcats, we're going to get into a fuel management thing again.
Maybe. But it was really close coming in there. If Stooge didn't pull some magic, that was going to be a problem. And we're really close to doing it again. Stooge there. Wow.
Whoa.
Dang.
Took him off. Oh.
Wow. That was impressive.
Who are we looking at? Who actually died?
We're at Sung-ho. Stooge came through that and just blew Sung-ho's left wing off. That was impressive. No.
That looked like a collision.
No. Oh, they did? Did they? No, you're right. They did.
Yeah.
They're both dead.
That was a midair.
Right. Oh, man. They did hit. I thought that was going to be all on Stooge. I thought he ripped him off in the gun, but that was a midair collision. Dang.
Yeah, that looked like a... Well...
His girlfriend's really mad now in the back seat. She is pissed that went down.
Well, they're missing date night now.
I guess. That was painful. But that was a great fight. That was a great, great fight.
Yeah, it was.
There's your danger zone comment. I'll give it to you.
Danger zone!
So we're riding along this time with Maverick coming in here. With Stooge as his girlfriend in the back seat.
So what happens if you're a virtual Wizzo and your front seater gets you shot down? You say, screw it, go get a cup of coffee, or just cry yourself in the bed and the pillow, or like,
I don't know.
You're buying.
What just happened? I guess we got to reset. What could either of those guys done in that position? Let's go from Sung-ho's perspective. What could he have changed to maybe, come out instead of running into each other? Being
well, when you have zero line of sight, so when the other aircraft is not moving in your canopy, you're on a collision course. So you have to maneuver outside of that. But I think this goes back to the redefinition where he basically, Sung-ho turn this into a single circle fight, but then turn it right back into a 2-circle fight. I think if he had just stuck with that, he could have forced, maybe some fleeting gunshots, some snaps that could have actually kept this from getting prolonged. And they're diving back at the crowd again.
It seems like
I don't know where this is coming from.
This is routine now. A trend. Everybody is doing this.
Yeah, all the cool kids, I guess.
Better be careful. You're gonna run into the ground. No, he's good.
Or over G's at 500 knots. And okay, so
that was a good maneuver by Stooge.
Bid to one high 6. Oh yeah, there you go. Align the fuselages. No, align the fuselages.
He fixed it. He fixed it. But now it's going to turn into an energy management of who maintains their energy better and comes around, or is Stooge able to come around, or is Sung Ho able to come back through onto the 6?
Coming over the top like this, when you're pointing to the ground, I'd be out of burner. You're eating up range.
Yeah.
You're really eating up.
I agree.
Speed. You can see him accelerating to 300 knots. He just needs to get slow, get the jet under control. He's in the control zone. He just needs to actively manage it, and flying around in burner is not really going to help it.
We're in that danger zone too, though, that if one of these guys enters a level of stall, they're not going to have very long to get out of it.
Yeah, but I don't know that. I mean, it seems like they could power out of a lot of problems.
Yeah, I guess the Tomcat does have enough power to do that.
Yeah, I don't know that that's. I mean, you'd have to get really high alpha to make that happen.
True.
Yeah, and it looks like our boy Sung Ho has lost a little bit of his advantage here.
Yeah.
Or all of it.
There's better power management by Stooge coming out of gate. I'd like to see him do more of that. Because you're right, when you're in gate, you're lengthening your lines to the point where you're not going to be able to get that crucial gunshot and fight for the critical position. Is that a shot? We going to run into each other again? Within feet. That wasn't a bad move, though, by Sung Ho. He's made it more neutral at this point instead of... I mean, Stooge at one point was in a much more offensive position, and now we're moving more into a neutral position. Well, Stooge now is kind of back where he started. You can hear your mic.
Yeah, they're getting some separation here. They're getting some separation that may get them stuck at the floor like the Hornets.
Guys, the score isn't 1-1. It's 0-0 since they ran into each other. That was my fault.
Yeah, here we go.
Sung Ho's getting into the offensive position now, but Stooge looks like he's going to force an overshoot and comes right in almost on Sung Ho's 6.
Hit
but he's at 75 knots.
Yes. 30 alpha, 35, 40 alpha, 70, 80.
80 knots, he drops out.
He's out. That's not good.
No, that is definitely not good.
To recover.
And there's rounds on target.
Yelling at him.
His Rio is pissed. His Rio is pissed.
Oh, insult to
Sung Ho
injury.
takes that one.
Oh.
I want to say that the guys from Stooge's aircraft ejected in the bottom of Sung Ho's.
Oh.
Man.
You think? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I'm making assumptions here, but that was well done initially by Stooge, but he bled too much energy, went into a stall, and as soon as that happened, Sung Ho had more than enough energy to just wait a little bit, ease it on down, and come right in on the back.
Wow.
Man, these have been exciting rounds here in the finals.
That was a good fight.
It was. So it looks like these guys are ready to move on to what is officially round 3, but in this round is going to be round 2 since the first one was a draw. So I'm going to give the fights on, and we are underway here in round 3 of this best of 3 matchup. First round was a draw, so Sung Ho leads 1-0. We are going to lead now, or watch Ace, or Sung Ho, as he ingresses against Stooge in this turkey on turkey, Tomcat on Tomcat BFM fight here for Fight for Honor.
So Stooge could actually force this into overtime.
He could. Yep.
Here we go with the deck again.
Yep. This one's more aggressive though. Coming in here now, they're actually merging on the deck instead of just kind of passing each other at 1,000 feet. That was probably the most egregious or aggressive dive that we've seen, and neither of them really goes into the vertical.
Well,
and
Ace just over-G'd.
has an immediate advantage. What happened?
He just over-G'd. He over-G'd.
Yeah.
He was at 9 something. He broke the jet.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
When you're smoking it on fire, that typically indicates that something may be wrong.
Thank you. Who's doing color commentary, me or you?
I do a good Madden
both.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you really are. But somehow he's still fighting.
But you don't fight until you're dead, or you don't stop fighting until you're dead. You don't fight until you're dead.
Fly on,
typically
fight
doesn't
on
work.
to the last drop of blood. Well,
it looks like Sung Ho's jet is leaking fuel. I'm gonna assume that that's what that is.
my visuals aren't that high fidelity. I don't.
Well, the white plume coming out of his left wing. What happened there?
What is going on?
That was interesting.
Need to park the jet again?
It looked like it. He got really slow.
Oh,
and if he would have maintained his altitude there, he would have been in a much better position, but he descended and gave all the advantage to Sung Ho.
Yeah.
That might be it. Oh, he barely got out of that one.
What are we... He's trying the twerking from yesterday.
Yeah, he is. The twist stick axis twerking method. I guess so. Hitting buttons that she shouldn't be hitting.
No.
There was a good round on target.
No.
Now both jets are smoking.
Get it over.
Oh my God.
Get it over.
Smoke everywhere.
Get it up. Oh,
and I think Stooge, there goes the departure, and Stooge is in a spin.
Flat spin headed to the parking lot.
He is headed to the cornfield.
And that is it.
As long as Sung Ho recovers.
Nope.
That is it.
Nope.
Wow. What a round. What a matchup. Somehow, Sung Ho, after taking initial damage, reverses it, and you can see his flappers, his ailerons just toasted. But before we close out here, anything you want to say, Mover?
No, I want to thank everybody for participating in, the Folds of Honor, Fight for Honor 2019, and supporting a worthy cause. And thanks for having me. Thanks for being a part of this. I'm looking forward to flying with the ace of the base and setting it up. I'll probably have to help Gonky set his up for flying with Stooge there. And maybe we'll do this again sometime. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Oh, we will definitely be doing this again. Just depends on when. Oh, one thing that I need to announce. I announced it during the SATEL stream, but I said that I would announce it again. We are going to be doing DCS World Events is going to be launching a BFM league. So the BFM league is going to be, we're going to run either 4 leagues, so every quarter, or we're going to be running it biannually. I don't know what way we're going to be doing it, but there's going to be a lot more BFM action coming into the future, and maybe at some point Mover can grace us again with an appearance, so we can really talk smack on everybody again. Because I think everybody liked having you on here, Mover.
As
much as you think you're immature.
They're sick of me by now. They're tired of hearing my voice.
I think people enjoy having you on. They get sick of my voice on here every weekend. But guys, that's all I got. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you send me a direct message on Discord so I can get in touch with you for prizing. Mover, it's been a pleasure. And
awesome. Yeah, man.
I know we'll be doing this again.
Appreciate it.
Sooner rather than later. And that's all I got, guys. SATEL action coming again next week. If you guys aren't following Mover CW Lemoine on YouTube, make sure you do that. Can you post your YouTube link in?
Yeah, it's just
Skype
CW
so I can
Lemoine.
post it?
Yeah, it's just CW Lemoine. Facebook,
follow CW Lemoine on YouTube.
Everything is CW Lemoine. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you just type in CW Lemoine.
There you go. He makes it easy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't use Twitch because his name's taken.
And don't forget foldsofhonor.org if you'd like to donate.
Yeah.
Or the t-shirt thing.
Folds of Honor. We posted the link for the t-shirts earlier. Do I still have it saved in here? Can we do that again? That is not the correct name. Let me grab that link again for the t-shirts. But if you guys want to donate money or anything, Folds of Honor is an awesome charity run by an awesome organization. And thank you again to Mover for pushing this whole thing and putting this whole thing together. It's been an awesome time. Say Tell again next weekend. If you guys aren't following us, hit the follow button here on DCS World Events. A lot of stuff coming here in the future. And make sure you follow us on Twitter for all the most up-to-date news. I'm your host, Moltar. Thanks again, Mover, for coming and join us. This has been Fights for Honor. It's been an awesome time.
Awesome. Thanks,
and until next time, see you guys later, and have a good one.
Excuse me. Oh, no.
Oh! Been a lot of that. Perfectly fine with the doors off. All pots too. Don't be a douche. That's rule number 1. I can tell you now.